Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live across the street from Lambeau Field, live on all the Cheesehead TV social channels, including TikTok. That's right, going live on TikTok this morning for the first time. If you're joining on TikTok and you want to involve yourself in the chat, head on over to YouTube. But if you just want to chill out, hear some Packers talk, happy to do that too. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are. It is a cold morning, straight up cold morning in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Rainy, cold, overcast. It can be interesting to see if Matt keeps him outside today. We'll see. It's supposed to clear up right around when practice is starting, so hopefully we'll get the good word here. I checked right before we went live. I hadn't seen any updates, but hopefully they'll be going outside, and the public will get their fill of the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of getting your fill of the Packers, you know you want to see them live. You know you want to utilize Ticket King. That's right. Ticket King's been in Wisconsin since 1992, and they are staffed with experienced, friendly, and knowledgeable folks that can help you with anything Packers ticket related. They also partner with local Green Bay businesses for tailgates and bus transportations to the games. They are open on game day for last-minute tickets, upgrades, and they even have a drive-through window. If you want to get a little bit more involved with Cheesehead TV, you can join the Carry the G Club. That's right, the Carry the G Club. You members get custom loyalty badges showing how long you've been a club member attached to your name in all of our live streams and YouTube comments, special Cheesehead TV emojis featuring Corey and myself, and access to our weekly virtual happy hour to come hang out and talk Packers all year long. During the season, it's every Tuesday, off season, usually on Wednesdays, including this Wednesday. So if you've always thought, hey, I wanted to join the happy hour, but just don't know what it's all about, come find out this Wednesday. Join the Carry the G Club. You know you want to do it, people. Hop on board. It's a ton of fun. I know Brandy has because she's up in here already putting up a ton of emojis. Good morning to all you regulars. Good to see you. Good to see you, Gary, and of course, Brandy. And Big B is here. What's up, Big B? Hope you're doing well, man. I know it's a cold one out there today. Alan Ryder. Hey, I caught you live again today, Nags. Love the 10 a.m. time slots. Good morning, everyone. Well, don't get used to them because as soon as I leave from camp, they're done. Have you been able to check everything off your annual summer trip back to motherland of Wisconsin? Not yet, Matt. I haven't made it to Nikki's. That is upsetting because I leave in like 3 days. I haven't been to Nikki's yet. That's I gotta fix that. Speaking of being out and about and having beers and talking Packers with people, I think I'm going to hang out at Indoozies tonight, right across the street from Lambeau in the Stadium District over there, around 6 o'clock. So if you're in the Green Bay area, if you are here for camp, you live here, what have you, head on over to Anduzzi's. I'll be upstairs if the weather's good, and just drinking beer, hanging out, talking Packers. Stop on by. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kevin, good morning. Brandy, Ty Summers cut yet? No. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. I was talking to somebody about Ty Summers on the sideline the other day, and they were asking a very similar question, Brandy. So you're not alone. Buddha, go Pack Go. Thanks for checking out the stream on Twitch, man. Greatly appreciate it. Morning, Nags. Morning. How are you? It's here, people. No more football-less weekends until February. Packers country. Let's ride. Extremely Russell Wilson voice. You were doing so well right up until that last part, but I hear you. I definitely feel you. Nags, happy Monday. Is Danny Davis being tried out as a returner on special teams? Justin, not that I've seen. Maybe there was a kick return episode that I missed, but other than that, he has not taken any punt return reps that I've noticed, and I haven't seen him on kick return. But that doesn't mean he never will be. But so far, I haven't seen any. But I will say he's having a good camp, and he is running with the ones on some special teams units. So that bodes well. Kyle, morning. Lieutenant JFK 420. Good morning, sir. I hope you're well. Hope Twitch is treating you well. Was watching 2014 Packers versus Patriots. It still amazes me to watch how Lacy moved at his size. 2014 Eddie Lacy was the peak of Eddie Lacy in the NFL. I love that season. I love watching him. And I think a lot of people forget what a good receiver out of the backfield he was and how willing he was in pass pro. He did everything that year. He was so good. I loved Eddie in that season. She said TV while at work. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. I love it. I'm always here to distract anybody who needs to get some work done. Do you think Rodgers really brought in Clemens to develop Love, not coach him? Oh, I don't think it had anything to do with Love as far as suggesting it to Matt. You know, I think he really values Tom and his mentorship, and They had an opening because Getsy had gotten a new job. And I think I don't think it was about, hey, this will be really good for Jordan. And not to say, I think that's a byproduct, right? I don't think for a second that he didn't think, yeah, it's probably going to be good for the young quarterback behind me. I don't doubt that for a second, but that wasn't the impetus. It was very much about getting his old coach and friend back, and somebody who he knew would coach him hard, a way he enjoys but is accountable to. And as I asked him last week, the only difference is that Aaron hasn't been coached like that in a long time. But as far as like what they're concentrating on, the fundamentals and such, it's like no time has passed at all. And that's good for Jordan. No question about it. Watch party on Friday? No, sir. There will be no watch party on Friday. We won't have our first watch party until the season starts. We'll have a watch party for the Week 1 Vikings game, and then we'll probably have a watch party for every game this season, except for London, because we'll be in London. But no, we've done preseason watch parties before. I hope never to do them again. Let's just put it that way. George Costanza, thanks for the super chat. What an honor to have you here on the stream. What should we expect from Campbell this year? Another All-Pro? I mean, I think that's a possibility. I think there's every possibility that he actually improves second year in the system. A much more stout / regular talent next to him when they're in nickel in Quay Walker. I think the sky's the limit. I don't think it's an automatic. I don't think that anyone's going to just hand it to him, but definitely a possibility. No question about it. What do I think of the defense? I think it's really fucking good. The depth questions are legit. There's no doubt that they're going to have to sort some things out when it comes to the third safety and the fourth and fifth corner and things of that nature. But yeah, they're legit. No question about that. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Get some Native American spirit cigs for the visiting bums. Oh, okay. Okay, I will. I love it. Watching from work, this is much more stimulating. Good, Daniel. I'm here for you while you're at work. Will Nagler be heading to a Chelsea game while in London? No, because I looked at the schedule and they're not playing at Old Trafford that weekend, which is really upsetting. After the Packers win the Super Bowl this year, Love will be QB1. Not so sure about your police work there. I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they win the Super Bowl and Rodgers retires, right? But Rodgers dropped pretty casually in his talk with Big Cat and PFT. If you haven't heard, he did appear on Pardon My Take. It dropped this morning. But he did very casually say, you got to deal with me for another 3 or 4 years. Just like it was nothing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Keeping us on our toes. No doubt about it. Future safeties. Do they extend Amos? Savage? Both? I think there's a chance they extend both. I think Savage is the one that has more to prove, probably. We'll see on Amos. I think it makes sense to give Amos some kind of an extension, but who knows how they view it, especially with a third contract, NFL contract. Maybe they just want to, try and draft and develop and move on. But I think there's a chance that either one gets extended. I'd be surprised if both did, though. Coffee Shop Nags. What's up, Oz? Thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate you, buddy. How has Matt LaFleur grown as a coach since the Love start in Kansas City? I'm really kind of interested to find that out myself, actually. I mean, I don't think he did a very good job of putting Jordan in a position to succeed in that game. And I think he understands what his kind of the problems in that approach during that game were. And if he were presented with that opportunity again, how would he go about it? I don't ever want to find out because that means Aaron's missing a game, but I would be very curious to see. But as far as like how he operates with Aaron as his quarterback, I think he's learned a lot and he still presses all the right buttons. I do think last year was interesting in the sense that 2020 was so good and so efficient and they scored so effortlessly at times. You get to last season and things they did so well the year before really stymied them, like whether it's being efficient and staying ahead of the sticks on early downs, the red zone fall off, third down efficiency. Sorry, guys. And there were things that, just kind of mystified them all year long. They had some improvement kind of throughout. But now, whether that's personnel, that's something he had to look at throughout the offseason and he'll have to implement. I'm interested to find out as we go along here. Game week, well, kind of, Clayton. Preseason game, yeah, I feel you. I'll give you it. I'll give you game week. How's that? Any worries on? I think you mean Crosby's recovery. No, I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't sound like it. He was working with the rehab group for the first time yesterday. Sounds like he's on track. We'll see. We got some time yet. I'll tell you what, though, if they have to go with this kid from Oklahoma, it's gonna be a wild ride. Will Christian Watson be ready for the season? Doubtful, but we'll see. He was also working with the rehab group yesterday. So hopefully that portends a little bit more activity in his future and it gets him on the field. Well, he's going to be pretty far behind at this point, but sooner rather than later is the word. Defenses win championships. Go Pack, go. Richard, you're speaking the truth right there. I know they have to pick his fit. What? Are touchdown squares picked up yet? Next, Mike, they are all washed away. Yes, they are gone. Far gone. Guess as to a fourth tight end. Well, you've got what? Big Dog? Probably Tunyon. The reporting around Tunyon is that he will be back. And then you've got Tyler Davis and Josiah DeGuara. So those are your four. If you go past that, it's probably Dominic Daphne, would be my guess. Haven't really seen anyone else jump out and take that spot. And I know there's some people on the internet who really like Elise Mack for some reason, I guess because of his physique, but he ain't the answer. Packers didn't know about Watson's knee before the draft. I think it happened after the draft, David. That's why it's NFI. Because, I mean, he went through the whole offseason program. It happened after the offseason program. So I don't think there was anything to know prior to the draft. Yesterday, I picked up a James Lofton Hall of Fame auto picture. Not bad for $15. There you go. James Lofton gets kind of short shrift because he played on so many bad teams, but man, he was amazing. The Packers have been blessed with some of the most incredible wide receivers in the history of the game, starting with Don Hudson, going up to Lofton, Boyd Dowler, Sterling Sharp, and then, of course, all our modern guys, whether it's Jordy, whether it's Greg, whether it's Donald, Devontae, James Jones. I mean, Lord, it's an embarrassment of riches. Nags, I was referring to Love's extension. Is it pegged to Rodgers staying? I mean, there's no way they can make that decision until they know what Rodgers wants to do. Rodgers has to give them the word, and Rodgers has said he's not going to, keep the team hostage. But if Rodgers is sticking around, there's no way they're picking up Love's fifth-year option. No chance. It's $20 million plus guaranteed on their books for a backup quarterback. Can't be doing it. Serious question, though. Do you think the league takes a look at Rodgers for the psychedelics? I get asked this like every day. No, he's on his own time, hanging out. He's not in the league drug program when he's hanging out in Peru during his own fucking life. Y'all are just obsessed with people getting into trouble. I swear to God. Living his life. Living his life. Did your family night visitor get his cig yet? Another thing people are obsessed with is the dude who came into our neighbor's yard asking for a cigarette. I don't know. I don't think so. Not here anyway. So what penalties are they looking to enforce more this season? Oh, Matt, legit this morning, word came out from PFT, Pro Football Talk, not from PFT on, pardon my take, that they want to emphasize illegal contact. Are you serious right now? Are we serious? Because the offense doesn't have all the advantages in the world already, you want them to emphasize illegal contact. I say it all the time, man. I love the game of football. I hate the NFL. The NFL is like eternally in search of a problem. Creating one, if it exists, if it doesn't exist, it doesn't matter. They just need a problem to just blow up in people's faces for no reason whatsoever. It drives me nuts. Joey, weather report from Ray Nitschke Field. Cold and wet. Truly. We have so many Middle Earth people on our team. Zach, Tom Bombadil, Rico, the old gaffer, Saruman Torre. Oh, nothing will beat Zach Tom Bombadil, though. I have to ask Zach if he even knows who Tom Bombadil is. I would love it if he just happened to be a Lord of the Rings fan. That'd be amazing. NFL, get out of your own way. Seriously. And hopefully it's just one of those things where like the first 2 or 3, 4 weeks, you get a bunch of flags and people complain and then they dial it back. Hopefully. But why do you do this song and dance every year? Drives me nuts, man. Final score 84-81. Yeah, probably. I'm so ready for cold. Gary, yes. Done with the heat, done with the sun. Give me overcast and like 30 degrees for the next 6 months. I'm there. I'm ready to go. Sig dude smoked too much green and drank too much gold. That's well played. That is well played. I know Sammy's is right down the street, but my mom's favorite was Aldo's. Oh, Sammy's is right down the street on Oneida. I drive by it most days. Do you think Sharp has a good chance in the Hall of Fame next year? I think it's as good as it's ever been. His name's been in the mix a hell of a lot more publicly, like the public discourse. People are actually aware of his candidacy in a way they really haven't been for the last decade or so. It's talked about a lot more as a possibility rather than, Sterling Sharp. And who's Sterling Sharp? What? Like it used to feel like it was ancient history and a foregone conclusion that he'd never get in. Now it's talked about like he should absolutely be in. Why isn't he in? And that's encouraging. So I'm not holding my breath, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's put it that way. See, the league is always looking for a problem. That's why I asked about Rodgers and the Shrooms. Yeah, they're not gonna. That's a CBA thing, though. That's collectively bargained if you get in trouble for whatever you're tested for and when you're tested. That's all collectively bargained. So the players union would have to sign off on that. When it comes to the officials, the NFL can just say, yo, go. More legal context, please. Very different. Current wide receiver backlog is not working in Sharp's favor. Yeah, I mean, there was a huge backlog for a long time as well, and then they kind of cleared that, and hopefully this new kind of backlog will get kind of through. And he's an old-timer now. He doesn't have to worry much about that. But, yeah, I hear you. TKM, thanks for the super chat. Nags, great meeting you at the pro shop. Kitten fun. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you at your post. And it was great to meet you, both of you. It was so much fun. And thanks for saying hello. And I will say, as a quick aside here, thank you to everybody who said hello while I've been in Wisconsin for the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing. I've been basically approached or kind of yelled at or whatever everywhere I go, and it's really kind of humbling. And I thank you guys a lot. It really means a lot that you use Cheesehead TV at all. You even are aware of our content. Really, really appreciate it. Packers will have most wins in the NFL season this year. What week will it happen? Packers will have most wins in NFL season this year. What week will it happen? Complicated. There's a lot going on there. What week will it happen? Week 15? I don't know, man. You tell me. Nags, who in your opinion on the current roster embodies BJ Raji the best? TJ Slayton. I love me some TJ Slayton. What's your one surprising veteran cut this year? I don't really have any. If they do happen, they're a surprise, right? If you see them coming, they're not a surprise. A veteran cut. I mean, I know the two that everyone has kind of posited all kind of off season is Dean Lowry and maybe even Randall Cobb. I don't think either one of those is going to happen. But yeah, as far as like a shocking twist. I mean, I think I've said this before, I think everyone's been so scarred by the Josh Sitton release that years later we still carry this hurt and this anger. We've been hurt before and we don't want to get hurt again. I don't see any big surprise coming in that regard. I want to meet Tyler Herrick someday. Well, he's right here. He's right there over there in the tailgate room here at Glorious. Seems like a happy hour question. Right. I meant overtaking the Bears with the most wins. Oh, see, well, now, complicated fella, now you're making sense. You left out a very important part your first time around. I meant overtaking the Bears with the most wins in the NFL as a franchise. That'll happen week 12. Market 0. We definitely do. As I was already thinking of that when you read the question. Okay. I think it's more important having 18 in that room now more. I mean, I'd be absolutely shocked if they moved on from Randall. Absolutely shocked. They need him big time. Next, where are the Lot 1 tailgaters going this year? That's a really good question, Daniel. I know they've been told to go, I think, over to Lot 9 or 12. 9 is on the other side, and that's where I think some of the media members park as well, which will be a fun mix. But yeah, they've been dispersed. That I know. It's going to be a sad sight to not have Lot 1 hopping pregame this year. It really stinks. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out and talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends, tell your family, Cheesehead TV, we are devoted Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.